following segment is sponsored by North Star Financial and Retirement Planning.
There are a lot of different approaches and plenty of opinions on how to plan for a successful retirement. But the truth is, a lot of conventional wisdom doesn't seem to work anymore. Joining us now are George Fossing and Zach Jenkins. The duo are part of the team at North Star Financial, a Greenville area firm that focuses on preparing people for a successful retirement. George and Zach are also popular radio show hosts, and they are joining us this morning. Hi.
Good morning, Margaret.
Good morning.
Good morning. First, how can we be sure we're doing the right things, that we are on the right track for preparing for retirement?
Well, sometimes it's good to get a second set of eyes on the plan. If folks have a plan, going out there and say, hey, look, do I have enough? What does my Social Security look like? Do I have this correct? Is there anything I need to be aware of? Healthcare questions, Medicare, prescription drug coverage, what's the cost of that going to be? What's covered under Medicare, what's not? Are my investments too much at risk, or is it too conservative? There's 1,000 questions that need to be answered out there. And sometimes it's rather difficult to find those answers on the internet.
Yeah.
It gets a little, and it's personal. Everybody's different. Concerns are the same, but everybody's situation is different. We sit down and we get the whole picture brought in and go out there, and it's all tied together because it's called sleeping at night.
Yeah.
You want to go into retirement with confidence.
Yeah, with no worries. Well, we have discussed how to have protected growth. So why is it more important to first focus on the protection?
Well, you always want to err on the side of caution, right? You go back and ask people in mid-2007, the markets are going great, everything's happy. You jump into the market, then you have 55%, 54% downturn in the Standard & Poor's 500 over 16 months. Can you imagine watching $1 million in your 401k become $450,000 in 16 months? That's a game changer. It'll bring stress into your life and probably dramatically affect your retirement. Also, recovery takes longer. We had a gentleman came in the other day. He goes, "Listen, I'm 60. I'm not 20 anymore. I don't have this kind of time for the market recovery. Am I too much at risk?" We ran an assessment on him and really showed that, he's got a lot of risk that he doesn't need to be in.
Right. And let's get into that a little bit further, because you want to understand the amount of risk. It's really important to do. What else do you want people to know about that?
Well, you don't want to know when it's too late. You don't want to have more downside risk than is necessary to get the job done. We've got, some unfortunate stories that, we've come across where, people maybe had too much risk and they know people or they themselves had to delay retirement. And that's one thing that a lot of times that gets people to come in and talk to us is they say, hey, I remember, what happened to my portfolio in 2008. And now I'm, 12, 13 years closer, down the road or closer to retirement. I want to make sure that doesn't happen again. I want to make sure I don't have more risk than I need to be taking.
Right. Well, let's talk about the combination of the dependable income and Social Security. What can that do for a retirement?
Well, retirement is like duplicating your working years. When you're working, if you go back, folks that are watching this program, if they retire, say, yeah, I remember when I was in my 20s and 30s. I really didn't pay attention to my retirement accounts, my IRA, my 401k, because I was working. I didn't need the money, right? And then all of a sudden, you're approaching 60, 65, say, boy, this money is really important. I'm going to need it. You need to look at it completely differently because, again, going back to time, you don't have the time to recover and have to wait 4 years to delay your retirement, if you will, 4 years waiting for the market to recover. And again, or take that vacation if you are retired. There's nothing worse right now than saying, well, the market's drop next week, and you really just believe the market's going to continue to go crazy forever, going up. It doesn't do that. You don't want to be on the wrong side of that. And right. I'm fearful there's a lot of people out there that have too much risk right now.
Well, and tax planning has always been a big deal, maybe even more so now. What else should we consider before we go today?
We believe taxes are going to go up substantially in the future. It's already in the news and it's going to happen. And what does that mean? Well, it's going to affect people that have these retirement accounts, these IRAs and these 401ks. They got giant targets on their back. And people have an opportunity, especially between the age of 59 and a half and 72, to look at taking some of this taxable nightmare off the table and putting it into another account where it will never be taxed again.
Right.
Not going to hurt his Social Security.
Not going to affect his Social Security, his Medicare, anything like that, because he says, and plus he's leaving what he has left over to his kids tax-free. That's a good place. It takes work, it takes desire to get there, but we have many success stories.
Well, we love the success stories, and we love the way you can talk us through it all. Thanks so much for being here, George and Zach.
We really appreciate having us on the program. Thank you.
And for you at home, if you're currently retired or getting close to retirement, would like to learn more about how to help protect and grow your hard-earned savings and investments, North Star Financial has a great offer for you. Right now until July 2nd, they are offering a complimentary no-obligation investment portfolio review. The report will include potential tax savings opportunities and ways to reduce the effects of market volatility on your portfolio. Their team will schedule a phone call, video call, or future in-office meetings so they can speak with you personally and provide you with a roadmap going forward. The number to call now, 309-8146.